Hello and welcome to a deeper dive. We are going to take a look at Loom. It is one of the 4 options that we talked about last week during our training sessions. The other 3 were QuickTime Player, Zoom, and Screencastify. So this video is going to show you a little deeper dive on how to use Loom.com in order to create your screencasts and your video recordings. Remember last week we talked about how screencasts are anything that you want to show your students by doing something on your computer screen. So whether that is a slideshow or showing a particular website, maybe you're showing them Schoology or Google Classroom and how you want them to do something. And then a video recording is you demonstrating something. Maybe you're doing an experiment, a math problem, how to shoot a basketball, or you are standing up at your whiteboard or your smartboard and you're actually writing on the whiteboard or writing on the smartboard while your computer screen is taking a video of you. So that's what we're going to talk about now. And what we're going to talk about it with is using Loom. So the first thing you want to do is navigate yourself to loom.com. Let me sign out here so that you can see what it looks like. So you're going to go to loom.com and you're going to be asked to get Loom for free or sign in. Because I already have a Loom account, I'm going to click on sign in, but if you don't have one, you're just going to create one with the Get Loom for free. So once I click on the sign in button, I'm going to be able to sign into Loom with my Google account. So I'm going to just click on my Google account right there, and it's going to take me right into the Loom environment. Once you get into your Loom environment, you're just simply going to click on the blue New Video button over here on the right-hand side. Once you do that, you have to make your choice. So you're either going to create a screen and cam, or you're going to create a screen only, or you're going to create a cam only. The screen and cam and the screen only, those are your screencasts. The cam only, that would be your video recording. As soon as you pop into that environment, you'll notice in the lower left-hand corner, your video will start to show into your environment. So it's because I have that screen and cam chosen. If I choose just screen only, it will show my icon in the lower left corner, so you don't really have the ability to like not show. It might be a setting, but you can have it not show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the screen and cam. And then let's talk about full desktop versus current tab. Full desktop, again, we talked last week, it gets your menus, it gets your dock. If your dock is showing, it shows everything. What I do kind of like about the current tab choice is it only records whatever tab you are on inside of Chrome. So the downside to that is you wouldn't be able to go out to Smart Notebook File, you wouldn't be able to go out to PowerPoint or something like that. The current tab only records something inside of Loom, or inside of Chrome, I should say. So I'm going to create a screen and cam, and just make sure that your little microphone is recognizing your voice. And if it doesn't, then you're going to need to do a little troubleshooting and make sure that your microphone is recording correctly. So I'm just going to click on Start Recording. And at that moment, I have to choose my entire screen and then choose Share. I get this little icon down at the bottom here. Loom for Chrome is sharing your screen, and that's normal. It means that I'm sharing my screen with my Loom account. So when you get into this mode, you are ready to start teaching your students, showing them what you want them to see. If I click on maybe our district website, or maybe your Schoology course, you want to show your students something that you want them to be able to do inside of Schoology, or something inside of Clever for K-12. Or maybe you want, for our K-4 teachers, you want to show your students how to do something inside of Google Classroom. So those are the options for that environment. The one really nice thing, and I will say that this is probably the best thing about Loom, in my opinion, is that Loom is the only one of our 4 choices that when you do a slideshow, whether it be a Google slideshow or a PowerPoint slideshow, when you click on the present button, your circle stays in the foreground. So that doesn't happen in QuickTime Player, Screencastify. It kind of does in Zoom, but it's not native and it doesn't work in QuickTime Player or Screencastify. So if that circle is critical for you, your video, your face is critical for your students to see your face while you're doing a slideshow, then I think Loom would be your choice for any time that you want to do a slideshow. Okay, so you just simply navigate through your slideshow and instruct what you want to instruct. So when you are all done doing your screencast, you're just going to click down here in the Stop Sharing button. It's going to begin to process your video. Don't worry about the name or anything like that, but once your video comes up in this screen, what I want you to do is notice the trim options in the lower right corner. So if I click on the trim button, I have in Loom a few options to trim. If I click on Start Trimming, I can clip a little snippet off of the beginning if I maybe did a little blunder at the beginning. And then I just say Remove. I can start trimming again, and I can take this little guy, and maybe there was something that I goofed on the end, and remove. And now the benefit with Loom over Screencastify is I can trim again, and this time I can find an error that I might have made in the middle. Maybe I sneezed, maybe someone came into my door, into my classroom, maybe my phone rang or something like that. Maybe I just stumbled and I lost track. And I've done that numerous times as I've been creating these videos for you guys. I will mess up, I'll stop, I'll pause, collect myself, and I'll just start right back up, knowing that I can go back and take that little blunder out of the middle. So I'm going to click on Remove, and then when I'm all done, and I can take out other little snippets out of the middle, so I can have all these different red sections of what I'm trimming out of my video. And then I can simply click on Publish Changes. We're going to wait on Luna. I'm going to do my little trick, and I'm going to pause. All right. What I did was I trimmed out the middle using QuickTime Player out of my video, so that you didn't have to sit there and watch Luna and that little bar come up on the screen there. But just know that it takes a couple seconds, a couple minutes maybe, depending on how long your video is, to process that video. So we've talked about trimming. The next thing we'll talk about is what we do with that video once we've got it ready to go. One of the things you'll see in the upper right hand corner is this copy link. We talked the other day, I talked to every building, and we talked about how I have a concern with you keeping your video inside of Loom. I feel that our best practice is that we all create that YouTube channel and we upload the videos to YouTube. And the reason why I think that that's important is even more important now. The other day I talked about how putting it up in YouTube keeps it out of things that we might not know is going to stay around for a long time. I feel pretty confident that YouTube is going to stay around for a long time. I have a concern that maybe what happens if after 6 months, or who knows, that Loom might not be an option any longer. Maybe they have problems and they say, you know what, we're not going to have these features available any longer. So I feel that it is in our best interest for videos that we want to continue to use for our classroom that we upload those to YouTube. So this link over here would simply say, hey, I've got a video inside of Loom and I want to share it with people. You can do that. I'm just giving you my little suggestion as to uploading it to your YouTube channel. But here's the bigger benefit of not using Loom, but using YouTube. When you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube automatically closed captions those videos. We have many students that are hearing impaired and that maybe, quite frankly, just would benefit from seeing a video that has closed captioning. So YouTube does that automatically for us. And that's why I feel that YouTube is just the best option to put your instructional videos for your students to view. So the next thing we're going to do then with our video is we're just going to find this little download button right here. We're going to click that download button and we'll see the little circle go around and it will begin to download an MP4 right to my downloads folder on my desktop. So that is how I create a screencast. Now we're going to move right into creating a video, an instructional video or a demonstration or something like that. So I'm going to click on new video again, but this time I'm going to click on cam only. Again, I want to make sure that my audio is showing. I'm going to click on start recording. Gives me a little countdown. And it's actually recording me now. It's not recording the desktop, even though it kind of appears to. What I like to do is I like to bring my photo or my circle right up in the middle there, and I can create my screen, my video recording for my students. So I can see kind of what I'm saying, what I'm kind of looking like, and I can give them that little demonstration. I can make the circle bigger if I want to. So that kind of helps too. And if I'm stepping back and I'm doing something on my smartboard, I'll be able to see the things in the middle of the screen that way. When I'm done with that video recording, I just simply click the check mark in the lower corner there, and it will finish that recording. And then I have the same situation as I had with my screencast. I can trim a portion off the front and back. I can take a mess up out of the middle if I need to. So I can do those same edits that I was doing with the screencast. When that is all done and I'm ready to go, I'm going to click on download, and it's going to create that second download file. So here's my screencast right here, and then here's my video recording right there. So that is a very quick once over of Loom.